What is up, guys? Jake from Done Right Games here with the next Coffee Done Right video. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. Hope you had a great holiday. Hope you had time to spend with your family. And if you're anything like me, if you don't see food for a few days, you'll be fine with that as well. So hope you guys had a great week, midweek, weekend. Let's get into some questions. Leave questions below for the next video. So much is coming in the next, say, 2 weeks as far as just information, art, things like that. But you guys, there's some good stuff coming, I promise. Good surprises on some of your favorite YouTube channels, I'm sure. All right, let's get into it. First one is from, this name, Anshuman Agrawal. I'm trying. Posting this again because it got lost. Okay, no problem. Hey man, been a long time supporter. Can't help but be super excited for this game. Thank you. My question is, now that you have seen the development aspect of the game, do you understand why some heavily requested features were never implemented in Clash? If so, can you share some of them? Honestly, and I'm not trying to be mean or anything. I don't know that I'll ever understand the decisions that were made in Clash of Clans. It's one of the reasons I quit playing the game. And honestly, that's just been reinforced since I've been on the development side of it. When I first sat down with the developers, it was like, well, I'd really like to do this. Can we do that? Yeah, no problem. We can do that. It was like that all the time. And so I think at some point I finally asked, I was like, why? You guys are just saying yes to everything I say. Why has it not been done for? And they don't know. A lot of it might have been how far back a game was developed, that it wasn't built in what we would call like a modular way where you can add things in game modes or whatever. It's a little harder to do. But really, no, I don't know. When they had the income, once they had money was no object. There's so many things they could have done with their game that they didn't do. I don't have a good answer. I really don't. There's not like, oh, well, yeah, it's simple. They couldn't do it because of this. I don't believe that. Could be wrong. Arzenki. Question for Coffee Tonight, episode 6. I noticed the screenshot you just posted on Instagram. If you guys are not following Instagram, you need to. I'm just telling you. I'm not a big Instagram guy, but it just takes 5 seconds to make an account. Follow Done Right Games. Get some updates. That the footprint of some buildings are quite large, and this creates large amounts of dead space from building to building that doesn't appear to be trappable space. I understand that you are breaking the Clash mold, but one thing Clash got right was making the trap space visually obvious at a glance. Traps are absolutely critical element in the game, such as RR. They provide the elements of the unknown when attacking a new base. And let's see, while we haven't seen evidence of traps, I have no doubt that they will be in game. A great example, Clash would be hog attacks and double giant bombs. It was one of the gameplay mechanics such as these that made Clash so good when it was. How are you handling this element of the game, and can we expect niche attacks that rely on proper base building and intricate tactics to execute successfully? I hope so. Yes, there will be traps in our game. Yes, we are breaking the mold because we're approaching it totally different. I'm not going to tell you much about that, but traps are in the game, but they're approached differently. Best way I can put it. Our tiles are hexagonal. I think you guys have probably caught on to that by now. If you haven't, newsflash. Our tiles are hexagonal. So building bases is different. It's just different. It's not all squared off, but there's definitely ways to build it with traps implemented and space for traps and things like that. So I think when you see it, it'll make more sense. But yeah, don't worry. I mean, I hope there's intricate attacks that rely on trap placement or spotting out traps. But in our game, it's going to be a lot harder to know what traps are in spots. Let's leave it at that. All right, Joseph Espinoza. Coffee to my question: is there any way to practice attacking or defending skills on your own without needing people in your guild or clan or whatever to be online? We're trying. One thing that we're working on is a feature where you can attack your own base and whatnot. So we're trying for that, man. We'll do our best. Bradley's 4444. Hi Jake. I think you mentioned somewhere that beta progress could be carried through into release. Is there any way to play the beta and start fresh when the full game is released? Tier 5 backer. Listen, man. One of the good things that you're going to like about our game, I believe, is that it's going to be so easy to have multiple accounts. So if you want to have an account that you play in beta and you just sort of want to forget about it and start fresh, it's going to be simple, like a few buttons simple. So don't even stress about that. You're going to be able to have accounts on different levels, different factions, all that stuff, and it's going to be very easy to do and switch between. It's not going to be a headache logging in and out, all that stuff. Don't worry. I think when you see it, you'll understand. So whatever you want to do. Danny D. Will heroes be usable in war while upgrading? Very excited to play your game. Appreciate the support, man. No, but you have to understand, you can't look at that through a Clash lens. Like at launch, have I told this before? At launch, we're going to have 6 heroes. So it's not like you're going to, obviously you don't bring them all. So it's not like, oh, my heroes are down, so I can't. It's not the case. So while, yes, one hero may be upgrading or whatever and down, you'll have others to choose from. So don't worry about that. It's going to be totally different. So you'll always have heroes you can take in your attack, even when you're upgrading. Don Powers, after you build up some success, would you make the game able to Wi-Fi connect to PlayStation and Xbox so we can play on big screens? Yeah, we don't have any problem with people playing our games different ways. I think that there's a possibility it would even be implemented on PC at some point. I don't think that gives anyone an unfair advantage or anything like that. So yeah, we don't have issues on ways you play it, as long as you're not trying to get an unfair advantage, which is not going to be the case in something like that. We'll work on it. Just give us some time. 1 Pernicious, 2 Creator 3. I am considering investing, Jake. Okay, I know this game is free and fair to play, unlike Clash of Clans, where almost everyone spent some amount of money on gems. Is there, however, some in-app purchases to make the game more profitable, like skins? Yeah, I mean, I think you maybe have not been following along as closely, but let me just reiterate that we have more monetization strategies than any game in this genre. New, different monetization strategies, and one of those is skins. Customization, not only troops, but your base, your background, your castle, all these good things that you're going to be able to customize. So I think we're going to be fine. If people enjoy the game, I think the monetization is there for sure. So I'm not too concerned about that. Will Brown, I see there are walls. I know this is a base builder game, okay? But will walls be a huge slog like they are in Clash of Clans? Walls are one of my biggest gripes and take the longest to finish. Absolutely not. Again, this is where it comes in that you guys have the advantage of playing a game that is made by people that play games. No one likes grinding walls. I mean, there were some people that like the grind, but walls are annoying. It's too tedious. Will not be that way in our game. I mean, yeah, there's going to be some grinding there because there's so many, but no, way easier, way not as annoying. Don't even stress about it. Hopefully everything that annoys you about games like this, we've addressed. That's the goal. Roy Anders, I used to build bases in CLC for 3 clans playing in leagues. Geez, it's the part of the game I enjoy the most. Well, that's cool. In RO, will base building be intricate, and will lower level bases continue to be balanced through the game, not just balancing for the top levels like CLC does? Yes. Let me try to answer all your questions. We want to make the base building experience as enjoyable as possible, because while it was one of your favorite parts, I'm sure there's parts about the actual process of building it that you wish were different. So we went through that as well. We want to make it as streamlined and user-friendly as we possibly can. So the base building mode, I guess you could call it, we're going to try to make it as robust as we can and detailed as we can. The other thing, lower level bases, big gripe of mine. Big gripe of mine. You go through all these town halls that just mean nothing. There's no balance. It's like they just said, we're not going to balance that. Absolutely not. I will try to keep every level in the game balanced. I promise. And I mean that for all time. Now, there's some things that we've done. I think there's some things that Clash specifically done that made it very hard to keep lower levels balanced, that we've eliminated from the game to where that's not an issue. So we are going to try to keep that from top to bottom to where it's fun and sort of feels right. It's not an automatic success. It's not automatic failure. Somewhere in that sweet spot. Daniel Brennan. Will there be balance updates monthly or quarterly on troops, heroes to keep strategies fresh and allow further theory crafting? Or will you try and balance the game with new troops or defense structures? Always felt CLC could have balanced the game better if bases stats were altered. Big fan. All the best with the game. Appreciate it, man. So the way we approached this was totally different. Again, we didn't just try to copy what people had done. We said, what's the best way to do it? So the way we built the game, when it comes time to balance something, Troops a little too strong, troops a little too weak, defense, same thing, one or the other, and we want to tweak it, we don't have to put out an update. It's not you're sitting around waiting for this troop to get nerfed or this troop to get buffed. It's not the way it's going to be. We can do it on our end. It's like a hot fix. And next time you open the game, it's just changed. There's some notes. Hey, here's what's changed, and we move on. So if something comes that that we missed somehow, or just a bug in a decimal missed or whatever, and something needs to be fixed, we don't have to submit an update to Google or Apple. It's not the way the game's built. We can do it on our end, and it fixes it. So updates will be reserved for new things, like you said. Now, there will be times we probably would add new troops or defenses or whatever to different levels, but I don't think we won't need to do that to fix like a broken level. That's not going to happen. It'll just be something to add, like you said, new meta to the game, things like that. But hopefully, that's one reason we want to get betas out is we want to start tweaking those things to make it as close to balanced as we can get it for launch, and then continually tweak, even if it's small minor adjustments. This troop's just a little too small. Let's back it off a little bit, see how that does. If we need to go a little more, we will. Instead of these big swinging, nerf and buffs and all the stuff that I don't like. So, all right, that's all of the questions, except for one that I thought throw a random in there. Ruckus, excited about the game. Glad you are, man. Been watching for years, getting burnt out with COC, no problem. But randomly, what are your top 5 EDC knives that you are now carrying? So me, I don't switch things up. I guess I'm a creature of habit. It's not like I pull my knives out and like, let me see what I want to carry today. No, not at all. I keep this little guy in my front pocket. It's just a Spyderco Ladybug, just tiny little knife, weighs nothing, takes up no space, but open boxes and stuff like that you do most of the time. And in my back pocket, I carry a Chris Reeves, goodness, just drew a blank. Sitting there talking about it earlier, drew a blank. Chris Reeves, something 21. Why am I not doing that? Anyways, just a small liner lock, knife. Really nice knife that I try to keep a lot sharper and, for bigger things. I don't use it as much, but you never know when you get it. I can't think of that. Anyways, all right, guys, there you go. Random question at the end. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave questions for the next one in the comments below. Stay excited, guys. I promise you, within about a week, you're going to get an overload of information about this game. So many questions will be answered. But more to come on that. I'll let you guys know. You won't miss it, I promise. Until next time, Jake from Done Right. You guys suck less.